The beliefs held by the samurai, a class of warriors famous for their discipline and combat skills, underwent a transition that reflected the development of Japan's history during its existence. Hello, my name is Fabio, and you're on Samurai Wisdom. The samurai rose to prominence as Japan's main fighting force during the country's long period of internal conflict. During this period, their perspectives evolved to become more realistic and focus on the question of how to maintain their viability. People were distracted by the chaos of war, so they stopped thinking about honor and started thinking about how to win. During this period, samurai perspectives evolved as a result of the need to adapt to meet the demands of war. The Tokugawa Shogunate, also known as Bakufu Tokugawa, was a period in the history of Japan that lasted approximately from 1603 to 1868. During this period, Japan was ruled by a series of shoguns from the Tokugawa family, who established centralized government in relative peace after centuries of conflict and instability. The Tokugawa Shogunate is often called the Edo period, due to the fact that the central government was based in the city of Edo, present-day Tokyo, which became the new capital, and the country entered a period of stability and relative peace. As a result of this significant change in the samurai's responsibilities, they transitioned from being warriors to overseeing paperwork and administration. As they developed a deeper appreciation for knowledge and the arts, their conception of value expanded to encompass not only cultural sophistication, but also military value. The importance of Bushido has remained the same, but the meaning of the code has expanded over time to incorporate other aspects of individual development. During this period, Japan was under an isolation policy in which the country had no contact with the outside world, and other nations were also prohibited from using Japanese ports. Japanese isolation was only lifted after American pressure during the 1850s to force the opening of Japanese ports and the economy to the international market. The elites thus began to support the overthrow of the shoguns and the restoration of the monarchy. The Meiji Restoration was consolidated in 1868 when Emperor Mutsuhito Meiji ascended the throne as Japanese emperor. Contrary to what the elites expected, Emperor Meiji deepened the reforms and accentuated the transformations that were taking place in Japan. This process resulted in the economic development and modernization of Japan from the end of the 19th century, transforming the nation into a regional power and marking the end of the samurai era. This was achieved through the adoption of Western methods of technology, education, and government. Because contemporary combat and administration required skills in areas that samurai did not know much about, traditional samurai skills became less significant as the world around them became more modern. It was also decided to end the Han system, which already existed in Japan, and divided the country into distinct territories governed by daimyo, or feudal lords. The power of the samurai suffered yet another blow because of this. When the imperial state administration centralized authority, daimyo lost the ability to make their own decisions, and samurai were no longer needed as servants. This resulted in a weakening of the feudal system, which for hundreds of years had provided support for the position and role of the samurai. Traditional Japanese soldiers were less necessary for Japan's defense as the country moved toward modernization. Samurai were known for their skill with swords and bows. However, these skills became obsolete with the introduction of Western firearms and battle methods. The warrior mentality that guided samurai for generations was no longer compatible with the times in which they lived. At that time, economic and scientific advancement was prioritized more than combat skills. Over time, the benefits and salary linked to the fact that samurai were warriors ended up being taken away from them. Unable to adapt to the ever-changing economic landscape, many samurai families struggled to survive. Many samurai tried to adjust to their changing circumstances by finding work in more conventional occupations. Some of them went on to careers that helped Japan become more modern, such as politics, teaching, or other fields. This was a significant departure from their usual duties as combatants and provided evidence of the rapid transformation that was occurring in their culture. Ultimately, the samurai class was destroyed as a result of a complex confluence of factors, including political upheaval, modernization, changing economic norms, and changing social norms. More than just a footnote in history, the end of the samurai marked the beginning of the end of an era. It was a transition that exemplified Japan's journey from a feudal era to a more modern one, and it was a change that occurred symbolically. However, the legacy of the samurai lives on, not only in the annals of history, but also in the honor, discipline, and virtues of integrity that continue to motivate people around the world. The continued relevance of samurai values in modern society demonstrates the timeless nature of such ideals. The concepts of honor, self-control, and physical prowess are timeless virtues that can be practiced anywhere and at any time. They teach us that striving for greatness and maintaining moral integrity are always excellent things to do, which is a message that resonates across a wide range of countries and cultures. The positive things they did have become important components of how Japan sees itself today. The principles of Bushido, which include honesty, kindness, and bravery, are timeless and can be used in any setting, regardless of time period or location. In a world filled with moral ambiguity and challenges, people can benefit from following a code of ethics to help them make good choices. Furthermore, the samurai's emphasis on discipline and self-improvement serves as a valuable example of how self-mastery can lead to positive changes in a person's life. If she cultivates characteristics such as resilience and patience, she will be better able to face the challenging aspects of life with ease and serenity. Someone who continues on their chosen path, no matter what, demonstrates the importance of dedication and purpose in their life. These principles are not exclusive to warriors. On the contrary, they are relevant in many aspects of modern life, including personal and professional relationships. People can be motivated to accomplish good things in their communities and beyond by modeling their behavior after the samurai's emphasis on service to a greater cause. Ultimately, samurai are more than just characters from the distant past. They are living illustrations of principles that will never become obsolete. Their transformation from feudal warriors into Bushido exemplars demonstrates how Japan has changed throughout history, as well as how the human spirit can adapt and develop over time. His legacy serves as an example for all of us to follow, as it is based on a set of principles that emphasize honor, decency, and unwavering loyalty. As we struggle to make sense of our complicated modern world, the wisdom of the samurai beckons us like a beacon of virtue, informing us that the warrior's path is one of dignity, discipline, and the pursuit of a fuller life. If you enjoyed the content of this video, please comment the word samurai. This is Samurai Wisdom, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Arigato.